Hey, what's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking with local entrepreneur Aiden Ponti with Breadin Bros.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah.
Super excited to be here.
Yeah, well, I'm super excited about talking about what you're doing and the whole journey. So you're just a young kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're 16 years old, and so you started something called Breadin Bros, which is a batter for chicken, fried chicken. What all can you put it on?
Yeah, so it's funny because our slogan is actually not just for chicken. So it did start out as like a fried chicken batter. You know, we made it at home. It started as a passion for fried chicken. And I would always make recipes at home, you know, whether it be cornflakes, you know, chopped up pretzels, those kind of things. We would tinker with those at home, turn it into, you know, chicken. And then about 2020, I wanted to start messing with like flour-based recipes.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me stop you there. So 2020 is 2025, so 25 years ago, that you would be 11.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're cooking at 11.
Yeah, well, you know, I had a lot more help then.
Yeah.
But yeah, about 2020, I remember it was one afternoon, and we said we were gonna do chicken that night, and I went on to YouTube, and I looked at fried chicken recipes, and I saw something, you know, that kind of caught my eye, and I was like, hey, Mom, what if we did this recipe tonight? And at the time, it's super simple recipe. It was something like flour, salt, pepper, and like I think like the smallest amount of like cayenne maybe. And at the time, you know, I had it that night and I was like, dude, this is the best thing ever. I mean, if I had it today, I would be like, this is pretty terrible. You know, there's no flavor. But at the time, it was the best, you know, it was just the best thing I had ever had. So that kind of like kicked off passion to really go down that path of working on that flour recipe. And
so, but why what was the transition? What was the reason for it? Did you like go to wherever, get some tenders or something like that? And you're just like, this is trash, I need to figure out something.
That's the funny thing. So it was really more so just like I just wanted to see what I could do at home. You know, what we could do at home. It was just passion of like seeing where we could, you know, if we could make it better. It wasn't really like I hate what they have out there. It was more of like you know, why not try and make it better, right?
So we got Breadin Bros, which is this is the dredge mix, right?
Yeah.
Which is the only mix that you guys sell.
So yeah, so we have
Right?
that and then our gluten-free mix, yeah.
Gluten-free mix. Okay. So does it taste different?
So no, that's the awesome thing is they taste exactly the same and they have like almost the same texture too. So it's pretty indistinguishable, and yeah, it's pretty awesome for our gluten-free folks out there.
So what makes it gluten-free? I mean, because your ingredients is not a whole lot.
No, yeah.
So this is the gluten-free one,
yeah,
right?
with the gluten-free, we were pretty lucky. We have this like, it's like a gluten-free flour. It's a mix of like, you know, a few different like other gluten-free flours, and we were pretty lucky in that, you know, it didn't take us too long to find that, and yeah.
So a little bit more ingredients in the gluten-free.
Yeah.
To make it gluten-free.
Yeah.
Which you take out the cornstarch. Now you still got the cornstarch in there, so it's.
Yeah.
But so Aiden, let's talk about this. So you're going in to be a junior, Paso Robles, right?
Yep.
And so have you been cooking like as far back when you can remember hanging out there with Dad, throwing on a tri-tip, throwing on some chicken legs? What's your culinary experience?
My culinary experience, you know, isn't really a lot. It was just really nights at like home, you know, watching my mom do it, and yeah, not much, not an awful ton like when it comes to like culinary, you know, so.
So you started this in 2020 and obviously have perfected it, kind of made some changes. So what kind of changes have you made along the way from 2020 to 2025, you know, with this stuff that we have?
Yeah,
what kind of changes have you made?
If I remember correctly, we probably have about anywhere from 1 to 2 dozen edits, you know, just over the course of like different nights where we'd make it. We'd be like, all right, we're going to do it, again tonight, and I'm going to make this change. I'm going to take this ingredient out, put this ingredient in. We're going to put less in, put more in. It was just a lot of tiny adjustments over the course of about 3 years it took us to get to the recipe that you see today.
So is this it? Is it? I mean, you're set on this, or do you think this will change?
I think it's.
This is your base.
This is and I think it's pretty good, and I think people like it. So I don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
True, very true.
Yeah.
So you say not just chicken. What else do you put it on?
So anything like you could fry, like Breadin Bros goes on fish, pork, chicken fried steak.
Ooh.
One of our favorite stories, actually, not necessarily frying, but one of our favorite stories is. November, I think it was 2023, we got a message from someone who had said, so it was Thanksgiving, they had run out of flour to make the gravy, so instead of using flour to make gravy, they used Breadin Bros. And they said it was the best gravy they had ever had.
Really?
Yeah, so now we do that. So every Thanksgiving, we'll make Breadin Bros gravy for Thanksgiving.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So what's the bread? How did you guys land on the name?
So that's a pretty funny story. So with not an awful lot to it, it was one night on the couch. It was kind of at a point where we realized we were going to make this a thing. Breadin Bros was going to be we were going to bag it up and sell it. And we were like, we need a name. So we kind of just brainstormed for a little bit that night. And someone said Breadin Bros, and we were all like, oh, that's a pretty good name. Let's roll with it.
Do you have brothers?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I just have a twin sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, because you guys are selling your product, your mix, in a few different locations here on the Central Coast. I'd say North County, but you also are down in Avila as well. Yeah. So you're at the Creston store, you're at Ducey's, you're at Primal House. Now, Primal House is one of your newest locations, right? Which now also is using your mix with their chicken?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell me how that relationship started.
So that's a pretty cool story. So we were, I had heard from people. We were... obviously we were looking for stores to get into. This is about 2 months ago, and quite a few of my family members were like, hey, this new Primal House place is pretty cool. You should try and, get them some bags. So I took them a sample bag. I took them like a little introduction letter. And that night, they reached out to us. Their general manager, Susan Williams, did. And we talked, and we were able to get bags. They wanted to get some bags. And when we dropped those off, we had lunch there. I was there with my grandma. She's, kind of my partner in crime. And we were, having lunch there. And we looked at the menu, and we were like, it would be pretty cool to have Breadin Bros on the menu, So we brought that up. Susan came by, and we were talking. And I had said, my grandma said, she was like, oh, it would be so cool if they had like fried pickles on the menu or something. And she was like, that would be cool if you guys were on the menu. So she brought out the chef, and we talked, and he took a sample bag to go make some, whatever he wanted to with. And then we heard from them later that they had sampled like chicken for everyone at the place, and everyone loved it, and they wanted to put it on the menu.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
You went from like making this stuff in your kitchen to now you're in restaurants.
Yeah.
And people are selling this stuff, and you're just getting started.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. This is the only thing. Have you invented or done anything else, or is this the only thing right now on your plate that you're doing?
This is really Breadin Bros is, my main thing right now. So there's not really a lot else that I've really thought about to come up with, because obviously I've been focused on this. So
because you could really expand from this, and not just here. We were talking earlier before we went on, as far as like what you put the batter on. I didn't even think of pickles. That
Yeah.
would be another great,
Yeah.
ingredient for different restaurants that have these, appetizers and stuff like that. So, what else are you focused on? Any other places that you're looking at getting into?
I mean, that's kind of like our main thing right now with Breadin Bros is trying to get it out to, as many, people as we can. So obviously getting into more stores is something that we're going to be focusing on and something that I think we're super excited about.
So how long have you been like really going after like this, path far from the time that you guys started bagging it up to where you're at now? Like, I mean, how long have you been really pushing this?
Yeah, so our first batch, the first time we got in the kitchen to actually make like, Breadin Bros for selling was February 2023. So we've, it's been about, 2.5 years by now that we've been trying to like sell it and get it out there.
Now, do you guys have to make this? Do you make this yourself, like you and your mom and your grandma and your sister?
Yeah. So it'll be like usually it'll be like my mom, my grandma, my dad will head down. So we head down to a commercial kitchen we work with, and we'll knock out a couple hundred bags
of these.
Yeah.
And then you put them in there, seal them up. You have however you guys do that.
Yeah. So we heat seal the bags. Yeah.
And so you guys are mixing them in by ingredients, by measurement.
Yeah.
Just your own little concoction. And then how long does it mix around for it?
We mix it around, we'll mix it around for a few minutes, and then we kind of have a process down by now. So it'll be like, one person's mixing, one person's, putting it into like cups and weighing it. One person's putting those cups into bags, and there's a final person heat sealing them and putting them into the boxes.
Have you ever thought about like a Shark Tank thing? Have you ever thought about going on to something like that?
Yeah, I've been asked that question so many times. I'll get it asked whenever I go out and like sample it at like an event. I'll get asked that like probably 5 times, and I always the same answer. I'm waiting until I'm a shark. So
there you go.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, if you don't need it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't need the capital, if you don't need the, the foundation to expand, I'm sure at some point, like for instance, you said that you can go and make a couple hundred bags in an afternoon.
Yeah.
Right? And so then those bags are getting sold. So like you're selling them through, you said for the last 2.5 years, you've been selling them, right?
Yeah.
So at these, 5 different locations. Of course, you can expand to that. So, like, how many annually do you think in the last 2 years have you sold, like, in the bags?
Bags, probably. I mean, I think we've done, probably a few thousand bags by this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is most people, like, is it more or less still word of mouth right now? Is it just you? Are you going out there knocking on doors, putting out cards, putting out samples? I mean, how are people finding you?
So I think it's, right now our biggest thing is a mix of word of mouth and events. So one of our biggest things is going to events, going to like the Mid-State Fair, which we're at right now, going to a Cowgirl Christmas. We go there every November, and we'll move samples and we, move bags. So that's kind of our biggest promotion.
So you guys are at the California Mid-State Fair this week. So do you know what booth you're in or what building you're in?
Yep, absolutely. We are in the Estrella Hall right next to the Idler's Kitchen in the Mission Marketplace.
Okay. So have you gotten some good contacts there?
Yeah.
Are you there every day?
So our thing is we sample, so we're sampling a couple days out of the, we'll sample a couple evenings out of the fair. Right now we're doing, so we have 6 nights total, Thursday through Saturday, both weekends, is what what we're doing.
So you don't have to be there the whole time?
No. So that's one of the cool things about the Mission Marketplace is it's really cool for people just getting started, because it's like you can have your little setup and they'll help you out. There's people there for people to check out with, and it's super great for like the smaller local businesses. And we've done it every year since 2023, and we'll go out there, we'll sample, help move bags, and really great people that run the Mission Marketplace.
So where does Breadin Bros go from here? I mean, what's your dreams? What's your aspirations for this?
Just to, get it on as many plates as possible. I think get it in as many homes. I mean, I think, really being able, one of the cool things about Breadin Bros is it's an experience. It's not like buying a bag of frozen food at, the grocery store and just throwing it in the oven for 20 minutes. It's, it's an experience. So I think that's really awesome about it. And I think, that is really great. So
what else can you put this on? So we were talking about some other items. So tell me about some other stuff that you can put this on.
Yeah, so like we talked about, really good. So pickles, zucchini, those are really popular. Like our samples, like the samples that we do at the fair. We stick to the classics. We have our fried chicken and we have our fried pickles. So we have something for people who don't, who are kind of like vegetarian, and we have something for the people who like something, more classic.
So you got my interest with the chicken fried steak. Mm-hmm. So have you actually had that?
Me personally, I haven't. My family members, I've had other family members try it, and I hear it's really good.
And so, of course, drumsticks, leg quarters, not just tenders.
No, chicken, chicken wings, chicken thighs. That's what they do at Primal House. Primal House they do cut up chicken thighs.
Okay. And so then you can tell me about the ingredients, the additive that you can actually put in the dredge mix.
So the booster, so these are little boosters. Hold on, I'm trying to get in the camera, but yeah, so our boosters are little packs of flavor that it's super simple. You just grab a booster, you dip a little bit of it into the mix, mix it in, and then it's a different flavor for.
So one of these per one of these. Is that correct?
So one of the cool things, so generally, if you're, to our level, usually we probably do about two. It would get that you could get 2 bags out of a booster.
Okay.
And but the cool thing is you can adjust the level. So it's like not even, you can change how much of it you want. If you think it's too strong, you can have a little bit less of it,
Okay.
So one of our most popular boosters is our spicy booster. We didn't have one today, unfortunately, but that's our most popular one. And the cool thing is, like, if you just want like a little more spice than the original Breadin Bros has, you can get a spicy booster and just dip, pour a little bit into it, and you have a little more spice. Or if you really like it spicy, you can pour the whole thing into it, and yeah.
And I noticed that you don't have any MSG in any of this stuff.
Nope.
Which is obviously good.
Yeah.
But can you experiment with other seasonings into this? Like, say your favorite seasoning. So somebody wants to put in their whatever it may be, Santa Maria style or whatever. Have you experimented with some other stuff? So
I think that's one of the really cool things about Breadin Bros, and I don't think it's something that people. I think a lot of people miss that part, and it's like Breadin Bros. I like to think of it as like fried chicken Lego. So you can do really whatever you want with the Breadin Bros. You can add your own seasonings. You can play around with it, and I think that's one of the cool things about Breadin Bros. Is that it's like when you have to make it, right? You can obviously play around with it a little. You can do whatever, you can have your brine process. You can really just like play around with it, and I think that's one of the coolest things about Breadin Bros.
So Aiden, what else do you do? I mean, is this your? I mean, do you play sports? Do you race? What else do you do for fun?
Yeah, so I have a couple things that going on at school. I do stats for the varsity football team. I am a member of the business club. I am on student senate, and it's funny you say race because I actually do have a race team.
Okay.
Yeah, so
tell me about that.
Yeah, so we race in the 24 Hours of Lemons. It's an endurance racing series, and it's for super cheap cars, $500. 2024, me, my dad, and a couple of his buddies got together, and we found a 2005 Ford Mustang at an impound yard, and we put all the safety equipment in. We, all our drivers got ready, and we went to Button Willow in September that year, and we managed to finish the race. Yeah.
Are you going to be doing any Breadin Bros over there while you're racing this year?
Yeah, so one of the cool things is that we agreed, all the team guys agreed to name it. So it is Breadin Bros Racing.
Breadin Bros Racing.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And yeah.
So, but I mean, obviously, you can cook this stuff anywhere. You can even do this stuff at school. I mean, if you're taking stats at the football games, they could be using this stuff, in the snack shack, right?
Yeah, very well could. Yeah.
And could be doing chicken tenders at the Bearcat Stadium.
I'm sure they could. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there you go. There's another end for you.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
So totally. Aiden, so we talked about this is it. Is there any other products on your horizon for you?
I think right now we're at a really good point where we have, products. We have a set of products that people really like. And I think right now, I think the most important thing is just to push it out there to, like I said, get it in more homes, get it on more plates. So that's where we're at right now.
And so what's the price point for these items?
Yeah, so it depends on which store you go to. Generally, our retailers are at about anywhere from $12 to $14. Depends on what store you go to. And our gluten-frees are about $15. And our boosters are at around $5.
Okay. And so, because to make it gluten-free costs a little bit more, a little bit more products to make it. Yeah. And how long would something like this, if somebody was to make a batch of this, how much chicken, can you put it on?
So we say about 3 to 4 chicken breasts, depending on size. If you're doing tenderloins, about a dozen. Otherwise, my rule of thumb is it's enough to feed a family of 4.
Can you buy it in bulk, or do they come in bigger bags?
So this is the only size we have right now. Obviously, we're doing bulk for the place for Primal House. It's a restaurant, but right now that's our current size bag, and yeah.
So Aiden, how does somebody find you guys and check out the products and buy the products?
Yeah, so if you want to find Breadin Bros and you want to learn more about it and check out all recipes and all the things, breadinbros.com. Like I said, we have all the places you can get Breadin Bros. We have recipes. We have more information about my story and all the things.
So Aiden, what happens after high school? Do you focus on this? Do you focus on building this, or do you go off to college?
I think that's a question only time can tell.
Yeah.
I think that's this is very exciting right now, and we'll see what happens here and go from there.
Is it a rush?
I feel like obviously it's right now. I know that I have high school to build this, but I think not rushing it is kind of one of the keys to doing it right. So. I'm just, I like to say trust the process.
Trust the process. Now, you got all your buddies, everybody slinging, hats, Breadin Bros hats at school?
I haven't seen too many hats around there, but I can certainly tell you I have a few supporters there.
Awesome.
For sure.
Well, cool, Aiden.
Yeah.
Thanks again, man.
All right. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yes, sir. So look forward to tasting this stuff, which people can pick it up at the Creston store in Creston. They can pick it up at Ducey Wines. They can pick it up at the Avila Beach, Avila Bay.
Avila Valley Barn.
Avila Valley
and then
Barn.
They can also find it at a general store downtown, Primal House in Paso, and Vivant Fine Cheese in downtown Paso as well.
Awesome. And at Primal House, you can actually try it. So you can try it before you buy it.
Yeah, the fried chicken item on the Primal House menu featuring Breadin Bros Dredge.
Awesome. Well, good luck, man. I can't wait to try it.
Thank you so much.
Everybody loves, chicken tenders, fried chicken, fried pickles. I mean, it's endless. Popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
Popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
There you go.
All the things.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks sure.
Thanks for chatting.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. Hey, make sure you guys want to check out this stuff right here. Breadin Bros. Okay, if you guys make some chicken, you make some fried pickles, country fried steak, whatever. Go by and check them out. You can go by and check out the tasting of it over there at Primal House, which is on Ramada Drive in Paso Robles, and try it out before you buy it, and then come support the kid here. He's pushing it. He's pushing it. He's an entrepreneur, and he's ready for you to try his new mix. But as always, guys, we can't do this without you and our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wine Travelers Hideaway, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, MGP Coating, North County Junk Removal, The Trailer Barn, Story Termite Pest Control, Borhone Auto Center, Kennedy Club Fitness, Airflow Filter Services, and Premier Ag. Thanks again, guys. We'll see ya soon.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Are you tired of looking at that worn-out concrete garage floor, patio, or porch? Look no further than MGP Coatings, where customer service reigns supreme. Our team goes above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction every step of the way. Before we even start coating, we meticulously repair your concrete, ensuring a flawless finish that lasts. And here's the best part. Our Pentec coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy, so they won't chip or peel, making maintenance a breeze. Plus, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Call us today at 805-952-5301 or check out our Facebook and Instagram and experience the MGP coating difference. Don't wait. Transform your garage, patio, porch, or driveway and become a part of the MGP coating family.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
and Deanna
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.